And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Spending obscene amounts of money. Obscene. Trying to get this steel mill operational. And now we've got even more money to spend, so let's kick on time here, because we've got to try to get a line through the mountains and into the other side, because we've got to actually merge it with the tools over here. So I'll end up growing this track by one as soon as these trains are gone, and then trying to swing in and merge it right along the side here. So this is going to be really hairy. So let's see. I like the contour lines. Some people might not. I very much appreciate the contour lines. I don't want it to go up. I don't want it to do that, because don't try to merge with that. This is going to be really messy. Yeah, see how the speed slows down right there? I turned time back on because we're using so much freaking money that it's becoming outrageous. And I need the funds that my other lines generate to even get this line off the ground, let alone put some trains on it. But I think, we have a little bit of a slowdown here, but that's okay because it's going to be coming into the station. So that's a little bit more acceptable to keep this line. Oh, this is actually going to be a pretty beautiful little run here. Where are we going? So if I can come in from behind all of this, I could make that work. So I'm going to want to, okay, it's getting a little pressy. Especially with that massive bridge right there. I mean, that's $1 million. Is there any way to get that any cheaper? I don't think so. Because we're going to have to skirt it along here. That's actually cheaper to do a tunnel. Are you serious? Because let's go crazy and just see what we're looking at as far as total cost. Oh, okay. That's a thing, I guess. Okay, let's dial that back. Keeping the bridges to a minimum, keeping the tunnels to a minimum is kind of a priority. But if I want to swing that in, cut in here and get into this, that's going to be sort of the optimum. See, look at that's just crazy, that price difference. And from here, it's quite the slope down to there. So from here, it would be pretty outrageous how expensive that's going to be. But the bridges, I mean, there's so much elevation change, we can't wrap around the land and expect to get any decent speeds out of our train. So I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet there, and yeah, you're going to come down as drastically as possible. That's 700K. Is there any cheaper? We're just spending money like we have money, I think. So yeah, that is quite the climb up to get up to this level. But in order to get the most speed, you know, delivering the stuff is going to be fine, but coming back, that is where it gets tricky. So we're just going to do it. Just because, you know, reasons. Look at that. How is that a thing? That is a massive little hill right there. I didn't even think that was going to be that dramatic. Try to line that up with the station there. $512,000. God, we are just spending money. I can't even imagine how much money we're spending right now. Try to eke a few more miles per hour out of that. Because that is a little bit nuts right there. Why is that going down so much? Oh, it's dipping because of our track here. There's probably a better way to do all this, but you know, I'm not about to nitpick. Do we have all the trains out of here? We do. Upgrade. Let's do 4 platforms. Apply. Got rid of all the tools, which sucks big time. So here we go. Merge it right into there. And we're going to have to set some signals. Are those on the wrong face? Oh no, those are for that. So I need to set a signal. Here. And on this side here. Okay. Well, the line is done. Painful as it was, the line is done. So, where do we put the depots? Depot over here would be a little pricey, but it would be very convenient to be able to put them right where it drops this stuff off. So I think what we're going to do is kind of bend it in a little bit. Like so. And then put the depot along the side. Depot me. Come on. Depot me. Construction not possible. Okay. Depot me again. There we go. A little bit better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, so we have a depot for that line. And as far as steel goes, I am thinking we're going to have a lot of steel going to here, but we're going to need some steel to go into goods as well. So down here, probably want to deliver some steel eventually, although that I really am not thinking that that is going to be cost effective, because look at the elevation difference that we're going to have to do just to get out of there. Ooh, we got our first plane. I would love to get into planes, but right now I want to get this steel process going. Also the slag, it looks like, if I'm reading this right, deliver 1 unit of each. We could get 2 units of steel and some slag. Or 1 of each only gives us no slag, but only 1 steel. So if we had that slag used somewhere, we could put it to use and get even more steel out of it. So where is slag used? Here it is. Construction materials plant. So way over here, we could use that slag. So this one of these lines, if I extend, we got 1 line here. I would want to either extend or merge or do some shenanigans to get some slag out and pull it out this direction to go into construction materials, which I could then deliver to Hartford or do whatever with it. So I think for now, where would be a good place? There's really no good place to put a depot on this line here. So I think I'm just going to extend this track out a ways and put a depot on this side. Like that. Just because it's gives us a little room to finagle a track in there if we need to. But for now, this is going to be unbelievably expensive from here on out, because I don't know if we need to run the steel first. So let's set up a steel line, and we're going to keep this cheap for now. Well, cheap is a relative term. We're going to use the Atlantic. It's got a pretty good speed. That is interesting. 13 passengers with 1. That's kind of sucky. But we're going to use the Atlantic. Oh, let's make sure. Oh, no, not yellow. Green. And we are going to do steel first. So steel delivery. So where is steel? Steel is right here. So we're going to do 3 for now. And I want to make sure these are on steel. I don't want, well, can they do slag? No. Okay, so they can't use slag at all. So the state car is fine. It's going to be steel. We I should have run the line first. So new line going all the way to here, and I'm really not a fan of that really hard to see color. Okay, so what are we going to name this? Steel. We're going to name it Buff Steel Supply. Okay. And we're going to set line to Buff Steel Supply. So take this out. Make sure that's all right. Set line, Buff Steel Supply. Okay, that one's done. Now, I need another one. Atlantic. Greenage. Ouch. Now we're going to need gondolas for coal and iron. So we need one for coal. Oh, these are so expensive. 1, 2, 3. And let's set up the line. So this is going to be coal, which I think is right here. Looks like it's coal. So here to here. We're going to name it Buff Coal. And let's set it to like white. Kind of the opposite of what coal is, but you know, will black show up? Oh, black will show up. That's a good color. Okay, so we need to set these to coal because we don't want them to grab the slag back out. Although if they did grab the slag back out, we could deliver it somewhere. There's really nowhere else to deliver that slag. So set line. I didn't name that line. I thought I did. This was Buff Coal. Okay, we can name it again. Buff Coal. There. Okay. Good. Set line. Buff Coal. Now we need another line for iron. From here to here. This will be Buff Iron. And again, with the hard to see. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, now we're out of funding. We're very much out of money. Now let's make sure our line. I'm not sure where our steel train is. There it is. Are you set to steel? Yeah, I don't think you are. Not thinking you're set to steel. As long as you can't pick up tools. Please don't pick up tools. Okay, good. Okay. We're going to need... Oh, we got a little bit of money in the bank now. We're going to need another train. We're going with the Atlantic again. And buy. Ouch. And probably the gondola again. Now we need iron ore. So one, not any money. So borrow, 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 borrow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're going to set all these to iron because we don't want it to pick up slag. Now, did I set up the line? Buff iron. Should be good to go. Okay. So we've got... Looks like a little bit of coal already. We don't have any iron waiting. It's unfortunate. This guy went to the right line, which is very helpful. Thank you very much, game, for doing that properly. Whee! Do we have a little bit of coal in there even? We have 1 coal. Awesome. 1 coal is good. So now we've got another line. Obscene amounts of money that we just spent on that. I am hoping above all else that we actually are able to make some money on that line. Let's repay everything that I didn't use on that little adventure. And we're actually going to deliver a little bit of coal. And eventually we're probably going to pick up the slag. Look at that, 9 grand. The conductor almost paid his yearly salary with that little delivery. So, we should have a little bit of coal somewhere in here. Yeah, there's a little box of coal. But with something like this, it's going to need both of these ingredients in order to produce anything. So we actually have some iron waiting for us, which is phenomenal. I like that the game detects that the line is complete and starts filling it up before the very first train goes. I remember, like in Transport Tycoon, you actually had to run the circuit, at least once, in order for the game to actually pick up that there was something that could be delivered. Let's take a quick peek at my stations. Not doing too bad. This guy, how many people is on him? 68. He could have more. Autosave. Keep an eye on those autosaves. They will fill up your hard drive if you're not careful. 200 mega pop. I run an SSD. Oh, it's a little trickier. How are our deliveries going? We're doing phenomenal on our deliveries. How much money? Appreciate that. 700,000. And you're going to load 60 or so. Is this guy making money still? He is. It's a good sign. We spent an unbelievable amount of money, a fortune, on this little guy. So he needed to make money. Otherwise, we would have been in very, very serious trouble. Look at the food. Good Lord. Why does this hate me? Maybe I should turn that off of... I would need just a ton more boats. Upgrading this would erase all that food, which sucks. All right. Coal. Got 11 coal now. Let's speed it up a little bit. See how much we get for that. Eventually, these will be long trains delivering goods. 102,000. And here comes iron with 5 iron. And let's take a peek at what this gives us. I think this is our first delivery of iron. 74,000. So now I should have a little bit of both, which should... It is actually producing slag already. So we got our first steel. Where's our steel train? There he is. Well, that'll do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.